woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the leader. Getting out while I'm on the. She's a keeper.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On the ground with their leading rusher from a season ago, it's Alex Collins. Space to maneuver at the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, you got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. A right side catch by Crabtree. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. A first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to sling this deep down and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now it's Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Set. 180.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead going to an opposite color jersey.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Snickers. Snickers.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is going to be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Man open left side is Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage. With man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 10 more there and another 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Go!
Jackson on first down. And his pass incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. Dancing to his left. Some strong running at the 20. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Jackson. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. This will be caught at about the 5. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. And he's able to put it through. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Switzer now to return. Ooh, with a juke. And now spinning away. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. First carry for James Conner, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Ravens have got it.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
All right, here we go.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Buying time to his left. Crabtree with it over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Jackson from the shotgun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell for the extra point. And oh, it's blocked. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
So much of this game is about leverage. Wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. It's caught left side by John Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of this.
That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They give him a gain of 38. Jackson certainly giving the Ravens a spark in his rookie year. He's got him on the move with a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now Jackson on second down, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Doing with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Ravens on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Detroit!
Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, got three down. That, like 80. Show that bench release and go.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Open man is Switzer, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. first chance for the backup here to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Willie Henry in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Washington with the catch, middle of the field. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22. Connor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, Downs to throw. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he stopped immediately there. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. Hot.
Now it's the backup Rudolph. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He's going to get it running right. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Here's Roethlisberger. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. A right side catch by Crabtree. Michael Crabtree's going to go. He's at the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there. 2 yards.
Check. Patriot. Detroit.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. No one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Here we go now. 3-19.
Jackson down. Throwing again. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead to the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Roethlisberger, and he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Roethlisberger now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over. That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Focus.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Willie Henry in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Green, 39!
After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking deep for Crabtree. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Terrell Edmonds. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Crabtree, the intended receiver. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Looking back to Leonard Fournette's rookie campaign, over 1,000 yards rushing. And coming into the league, some people saw this kid as an ex-Adrian Peterson. What can we expect from him going forward?
I like the comparison because of the size, the strength, the speed. But I think he catches the ball better than Adrian Peterson. So I think they can up his utilization in the passing game. But what really impressed me was down the stretch in the divisional playoff game against Pittsburgh, hurt his ankle, left the game for a while, and came back and helped power his team to a big victory. Remember, he had some dings at LSU that kept him out of a few games. I thought that was a breakthrough for Leonard Fournette.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Caught right side at Snead. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Gone! Detroit!
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. And the way this... And look at this, it's a fake. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Hey, start! Blue 30!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
On 3rd down. That's Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
All right, now look at 56. Look at.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. He uncorks it for Snead. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Jackson on 1st down. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now it's Jackson to Allen on the dump off. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. A give. This is Montgomery. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Ty Montgomery, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Everyone's got 4 down. Side! Blue 30.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They'll go with a big back Fournette. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them off and get the 1st down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Set! 180!
Now it's counter. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throw left side complete. That's James. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd down, that's counter. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Set! 180!
Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
He'll get this one to Switzer. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hot. Hot.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Sean Davis with a pick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And able to get them inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And an alley to run. And it'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts. And
keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Play action. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Brown. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And the Steelers signal for another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Jackson. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
This is Collins on the handoff. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about him taking a knee at the end? And there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Ravens, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road test next week.
Y'all know his name? Hey, yo, Mac, ladies and gentlemen, C5. Oh! Wayne time. Oh! Yeah. Zone. Let me see your shoulders work. I mean, I don't know what y'all came here to do, but if you ain't got a lighter, what for?
What the though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Wow, get though. I don't bluff, bro. At your head, like a buffalo. You a roughneck, I'm a cutthroat. You a tough guy. That's enough jokes. Then the sun died. The night is young though. The diamonds still shine. In the rough. What the though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, where the ones go? It's a show. Put you front row. Talking bro. Let your tongue show. Money over and above. That is still my favorite love quote. Put the aside. What the for? I sleep with the and she don't snow. What the yo? Where the love go? Trade the ski mask for the is a bath. Where the suns go? It's a Swiss beat. That'll drums go. If she's iffy, that'll go. If she's sip, double cup toast. I got a duffel full of hundos. That'll love go. Where's the uproar? What the though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Wow, get the though. I don't bluff, bro. At your head like a buffalo. What the though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Wow, get the though. I don't bluff, bro. At your head like a buffalo. Get the though. I don't bluff, bro. I come out the scuffle without a scuffle. Bro, I don't though. Yellow diamonds up close, catch a sunstroke at your front door with a store. Knock, knock, who's there's how it won't go. Just the jungle, so have the utmost for the nutsos. And we nuts so what the bro? Where I'm from, bro. We grow up fast, we roll up slow. We throw up, she throw up. Dreadlock, ain't time like you don't know. Put the in the bag like a lawnmower. Hair pull back like a cornrow. Extra in the stash like a console. Listening to Bono, you listen to Dono. What the bro? Where the love go? Swizzy, he the chef. I like my lunch gross. Just look up, bro. That'll scuds go. I see the. But where did bro go? To the unknown. Only way he coming back is through his unborn. If you see what's in my bag, think I'm a lord. It's empty when I give it back, now where's the uproar? What the though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Wow, get the though. I don't bluff, bro. At your head, like a buffalo. What the though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Wow, get the though. I don't bluff, bro. At your head, like a buffalo.
In these dirty vans, clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream.